Hi. So the other songs are escaping me now because I think they were different. Oh, Love by Lana Del Rey. I can't remember the name of the song, but it was by The Vines. Oh, Ladybug by The Vines. And Boulevard of Broken Dreams by Green Day. Who are we reading for next? This is your March General Read. Everything you need to know is in the description box of the video, including where you can reach me for a personal reading, how you can donate to the channel. Please check your rising moon and Venus sign for additional messages. Taurus, who I don't believe we've read for in the last while. Taurus, it's your turn. Apologies on the nails. They're breaking on me, so I'm taking a break. I'm just going to do readings like I normally would. I'm not going to do 20 minutes. I'm kind of over it. It's cold outside. It's snowing. We're going to do an affirmation for you for March 1st. Not for the day March 1st. But anyway. Tell me where Taurus is in your chart in the comments. All right. Cool. Taurus, what's your affirmation for March? Okay, I'm brave. There's something about courage. Something about needing the courage for something. Might be a conversation. It might be... It's a confrontation of some sort that you've been avoiding for some time. Yeah. We're going to use the Revelations tarot for you. I've already pre-shuffled a ton. But I'll do it a little bit more just for you. By the way, if you're here watching tarot, you probably believe in other esoteric things. I am, well, I consider myself to be clairaudient, clairsentient, claircognizant, and when I hear ringing in my ears or certain like things, and it's not like, oh, you hear voices. On the left, it's my spirit guides, and on the right, it's people I know that have passed on sometimes, not all the time. Let's see what we have for you. One more. I'm also going to do, I'm going to do the 6 cards times 3, and we're going to actually do a full read. I'm not, twist for fairness, by the way. I'm not going to truncate things anymore because it doesn't seem to matter if I do 20 minutes or if I do like an hour. I take flippers and jumpers in the past for you. 3 of Cups, or sorry, rather, no, 8 of Cups. Sorry, glare. 8 of Cups, you're walking away from something of emotional fulfillment, the search of greater love, a love of self. Like the 9, that's what ends up happening, right? It's really bright, just 1 second. It's a little bit better. Sorry, I just, you know, it's just too much. There we go. It's not like a professional setup here, guys. All right. I don't know why I wanted to shuffle again. I'm not going to. 8 of Cups. Yeah, you're walking away from something that would have been of emotional fulfillment in the past. Because of a lack of balance. There was a lack of equilibrium between you and somebody else. You were given more. You're being super generous with your energy, with your resources. Might have been giving a lot of money towards something, thinking that a financial investment was potentially going to demonstrate the emotional side of things. What else? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Oh yeah, you should probably, if you don't know those, you can go to a place like Cafe Astrology to get them. Let's see. There's nervousness about having to walk away from this. That's what it feels like. And that one's stuck. The Knight of Swords. It's impulsivity that's attached to your actions following the realization that you would have to walk away from something. Could be a friendship. It doesn't have to be a romantic thing. I feel like there's money attached to it though. And, you know, this is why I get different decks that are kind of like the Rider-Waite, but aren't the Rider-Waite. Because of these kinds of things. Like, when you look at the cards, you're drawn to different stuff than you normally would be. What else? Gemini energy on the Knight of Swords. It could have been something that happened during Gemini season, but it's just the impulsivity of action. Quicksilver energy. You know? Impulsivity that sometimes involves communication, but the action is swift. What else? Oh, we got 2 that came out, and then I have 2 here, so I have to take them. Sorry. A 10 of Wands, yeah, resulting in burdens for you or for somebody else, or it's the communication involves burdens and impulsive communication regarding responsibility and where the burden lies that you're taking on. Shining light on the situation, trying to feel a sense of immediacy or urgency towards fulfillment of some sort, happiness, a wish being granted. It's like you're taking on the burdens and the responsibilities in order to fulfill a wish. And you're impulsively communicating about that in the past. With the King of Wands and the 2 of Swords attached to that. So the King of Wands is Leo energy. It can be, I see it sometimes as Aries energy. It's super cold in here for some reason. And then the 2 of Swords with it. Sitting at a crossroads, an impasse with a, you know, like a leadership type energy, but a masculine fire energy. Somebody who, it's like they're decreeing something here. Somebody that typically you can liken it to the positive aspects of an emperor, but I wouldn't necessarily overextend myself to say that everything about it's positive. It's just because it's in the upright. It's somebody who presides over things, again, like I would say with an emperor, with a firm hand. You want to feel the warmth of them. Definitely a Leo. Definitely a Leo energy. Yeah. But you reach an impasse with that 2 of Swords. You're at an impasse with this person. You want to have a wish granted or something fulfilled, and you have an impulsive, quick communication about the burdens and responsibilities that you've been taking on. You feel a lack of balance in the past, wanting to walk away from something because the wish isn't there. You want the wish granted to you. And speaking with this fire energy, it doesn't have to be a masculine person. It'll be a masculine person. Don't attach the gender to it, right? But the 2 of Swords is a crossroads card. Usually he's got a blindfold on and he's kind of like this with his swords. It's a little bit different here, right? But the making decision piece is huge here, right? He's balancing the sword precariously on his hand, the palm of his hand, trying to figure out which direction it's going to fall. And then he's also walking a tightrope, if you look. So, just not knowing which direction to move in, reaching an impasse. In the present, Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The only emotional card we have out is the 8 of Cups. Pisces' reading was really interesting. I gave them their birthday reading right before yours, and they only had cups in their bottom line. And they're all in the reverse. And I mean, I do a pretty good job of shuffling before entering. 3 of Cups in the reverse. So this is oftentimes viewed as a celebration or friendship, gaiety, hanging out with people, that kind of thing. In the upright, it can also be considered gossip, a hen party, that kind of stuff. Sometimes it's the spread of vitriol regarding, and maybe it's gossip about somebody moving on. walking away from an emotional situation because of a lack of balance in the monetary side of things, especially because the Three of Cups here is in the reverse. The laughter, it's interesting how, and you know, try and see this the way I see it. Hopefully it comes across. In the upright, they seem to be, you know, happy. And they're having a celebration. In the reverse, as it is occurring in your reading, they kind of seem a little bit, there's like, there's malice that's kind of here in their faces somehow. I don't know. Yeah. But let's see what else, because you know it's just one card. But there's a chattering, people getting together to celebrate about something, and one came out there too. So we have the Hierophant in the reverse. That's you not granting yourself permission to balance the. Normally I see the Six of Pentacles as a Libra card, but balance the scales in the material sense, in the give and take sense, charity and the charitable, that kind of a thing. There you are granting permission to something that you would normally govern over. You might be the person telling somebody about this, look. And I know that's reading the card in like a literal sense, but look, it's pointing at them. Normally the Hierophant in the upright can also represent religious organizations, highly structured organizational, like hierarchies, right? Because it's the Hierophant. And in the reverse, it would be the questioning of philosophical belief, the questioning of religious belief, the toppling of an organizational structure. Also, it can be sometimes about divorce, but not necessarily with these cards. Permission versus not permission. And here, in the reverse, he's granting permission because this is thou shalt not pass. Wait. Permission. No, this is permission. Wait. Yeah, I had to do it to, yeah. But this is not permission. Not giving permission to something. Sorry, guys. What's this one next? Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah. And following that is a lack of feeling independent. A lack of independence. I'm like trying to think what this is actually saying to me. And there's probably like people out there who are like, oh my God, you idiot. But like, there's something about granting yourself permission that, because you're not granting yourself permission on it. And right now, it's creative, material driven, not necessarily money, but something that you're building. And there's right now there's a feeling that because you can't grant yourself permission on something, or because you can, like there's a or bad advice, or not feeling that you can grant yourself permission to do something, thou shalt not pass. Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the lack of independence, or a feeling that you can't, like you aren't self-reliant, or you can't rely on yourself, or you can't stand on your own too, or, and that might not necessarily be the case like in the not literally, but like it's a lack of independence. There's some healing that's going to go on here, Aquarius. The star. Okay. You can't trust yourself to go, yeah, you can't trust yourself and rely on yourself to go after something that's a bigger dream. You feel like there's burdens and responsibilities there. There's also healing that has to do with taking on too much burden and responsibility in the present, either dealing with exhaustion or needing to ask for help, where normally you would be a little bit more up to, yeah, because of not being able to just kind of on your own 2 feet, needing to always be in control and hold on to those burdens and responsibilities. It's not equal. It's not. The coins don't stack up evenly. All right. What else? There you go. King of Swords. Yeah, there's something to do with Aquarius here. Intellect over emotion or intuition. Also, Aquarius is opposite of Leo. Fixed signs. There's fixed energy on this side. That kind of invites you to kind of question your stubbornness to kind of stick with one goal over the others, or to hone in on one thing and really kind of latch onto it and be immovable in your beliefs, but also in the way that you approach things. You're using you're looking at it from an intellectual perspective, and there's a need for healing that you're seeing in it. I'm noticing this here. The guy's kind of got like a intellectual pose. He's got the sword with him, but he's also kind of like in a guru pose, right? Anything else? Present for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. That Wheel of Fortune almost wanted to come out. And what did the Knight of Cups? There's some type of poetic action, watery, emotional, and intuitive that's happening. The Pisces season would be now. Knights are mutables, but it's the action. I see it as Cancer energy typically. But the Knights are the action cards, right? They're the guys who go. There's something about self-expression here, and about, it's almost like this intellectual fellow. He sends the Knight of Cups out. It's coming from an intellectual space to send out to take some sort of action. It's got it's emotion driven action, intuition driven action, following one's intellect, and it results in intuition driven action. Thank you. All right, that's interesting. That's actually kind of it's very colorful. Let's look at the future for you, Taurus. The Tower. Okay, so Scorpio energy. You have Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius. You have all of the fixed signs on the board. That's an unexpected event that's going to happen as a result of something, an event where there's gossip, or something that happens as a result of people getting together and discussing things in a manner that's just not really least that's what I'm seeing there. But, you know, it's interesting because we have the Hierophant in the reverse also adjacent, which makes me think that there's something that has to do with the toppling of something. It doesn't have to be physical. It can be energetic, right? Be anything. How many did we get? 2. The Ace of Swords is a truth. A truth. Oh, you got 2 aces. A truth, a new intellectual beginning, a new mental beginning, a new mindset, the birth of a new mindset, followed by an offer of the material nature contract. An offer. Is this a shocking, compelling truth? I think maybe. There's a Tower resulting in an Ace of Swords. That's another Aquarius card, yeah. And then the Ace of Pentacles. A beginning. Now we're shuffling backwards. Cool. Okay. Page of Swords. Somebody's also watching or conveying something in a quick, almost careless manner. See how he's kind of holding that dagger outwards there. Gemini. Sometimes I see it as a Gemini energy card, but we can kind of not, because it doesn't. It's like also like a purposes of learning thing, right? People always talk about that, but there's defensive energy here. That's kind of what I was getting sidetracked by, is the defensive energy. Somebody's trying to defend from having somebody watch them or see what they're doing. Has to do with this offer. At the beginning of contract, it's something they're trying to. Just healing here. There's intellectuality attached to it. It could be something about learning a new skill. There's a truth attached to it. 5 Cups. Oh, and then kind of like a, you know, forlorn kind of feeling. Here it's kind of really, it's pronounced really well in this artwork, although it's not, I wouldn't say that it's generally a good generic description, like for the card, like a depiction of the card, but forlorn perseveration, I guess you could say, over things in the past that didn't work out, of an emotional nature. But you're still looking at it from an intellectual standpoint. That could be something that the action in the present, that Knight, the King of Swords energy, the intellect, sends that emotional action or intuitive action out towards. You could be looking back at it from the future with like regret over the past losses and that kind of thing, you know. Because really it's that don't cry over spilt milk thing that we talk about a lot. You know, he's got the cups in front of him and he's got the cups behind him. The cups behind him are totally like they're replenished with beverage, and the others have their contents spilled, and he's lamenting over what's been spilled. As opposed to, that's the parable of the 5 of Cups. So, what is last for you, Taurus? You're still looking at it from an intellectual space. Again, I think there's something of it almost seems like there's like that healing nature, the holisticness of it is kind of connected to it in a way that makes it almost like a philosophical musing of yours, in a way. Pisces energy again, but in the reverse. The Hangman. Yeah, having gained perspective on something. Maybe after looking at those cups that spilled over and surveying them, and then maybe you turn around and you see the cups, I don't know, that are still full. No. On the deck, the Magician in the reverse, illusion, trickery. It just is something that's not necessarily what it's cracked up to be, showing itself and trying to show something to be, I want to say more, but that's only because that's where I was kind of, what I was pressed to say. It's almost like manipulative, do you know? I saw this in Pisces reading too, so maybe you are dealing with a Pisces or an Aquarius, or Aquarius, Pisces, Casper. But it's like manifestation over manipulation, right? Because this, and this is a Gemini card, Gemini, Virgo, this would be manifestation. This is manipulation. Manipulation of energy of some sort, but not in like a upfront way. And that's iffy. Signs you're dealing with, Taurus. You got Cancer, Gemini, and Aries. Okay, let's get your magnetic poetry and we'll kick you out of here. I don't know how I did that in like way less time than Pisces. That's weird. Anyway, let's see. Maybe it's just this deck. I don't know. Oh, interesting. Okay, there you go. Those are your words. Write them down, and we'll see you when we see you next. Okay, bye. And that's your board. You even got more cards than Pisces did, and your reading was like half as long. It's pretty cool. Anyway, let's see you when I see you. See you.